I bring to you my warmest greetings from America, and I'm utterly grateful for this opportunity to speak to you on this topic of sustainability and responsibility, because our future is vested in this. My friends, I believe that we cannot have sustainability and responsibility until our purpose is aligned to the universal wisdom. Our purpose, which we carry, basically serves us in the human body mode. The purpose, true purpose, which I'm talking about, is not available to us until we know who we are. Our perception of us is related to our religion, or gender, or title, or education, but we really do not know who we are. Yes, our religions tell us that God lies within us. That's who we are, but we cannot relate to it. And we waste our entire life chasing falsehood. भगवान कहते हैं, अरे बड़े बनने में जिंदगी गुजार दी तुमने, बड़े बनने में जिंदगी गुजार दी तुमने, अरे भाई पूछ तो लिया होता मेरा मकसद तुम्हें बनाने का। कहते हो बहुत पुकारा है मुझे, पाठ पूजा और तीर्थ भी बहुत किए हैं तुमने, अरे भाई महज एक बार प्यार से पुकारा होता, मैं तो हमेशा ही तुम्हारे अंदर ही बैठा था। And then God says, challenges us. He says, कैसा निराला है तुम्हारा ये चलन, कैसा निराला है तुम्हारा ये चलन, अपने ही बनाए भगवान की पूजा करते हो। All the temples, churches, mosques, all are made by us. अपने ही बनाए भगवान की पूजा करते हो और मेरे बनाए इंसान से बात भी नहीं करते। अरे भाई, जब तुम देख पाते हो मुझे अपने ही बनाए मूर्त में, पत्थर की मूर्त में, जब तुम देख पाते हो मुझे अपनी ही बनाई पत्थर की मूर्त में, तो भला क्यों नहीं देख पाते मुझे मेरे ही बनाए इंसान की सूरत में। See, our perception of us is erroneous. We are segregating God from us and worshiping God. सत्य में सत्य को परम मानते हो, सत्य को परम मानते हो और खुदा में है तुम्हारा विश्वास। अरे मानो ना मानो, ना तो सत्य कोई मन्नत है, ना खुदा कोई विश्वास। अरे सत्य तो हमेशा से एक ही है रहा, वो सत्य ही तो है खुदा। अरे भाई, जब तुम खुदा को सत्य से अलग करके पूजते हो, यकीन मानो ना सत्य रहता है ना खुदा। See, our purpose cannot be available to us until we relate to the power which enlivens us. And that power is one that exists in every living being we serve. So once we align ourselves to that power, we become something totally different. And now, coming back to business, my friends, let me relate to you. There are 4 realities which every business person, every human being must face going into 21st century. Number 1 reality, resources are shrinking. We have to face this reality of shrinking resources. Look at the water. We don't even have enough drinking water. How are we going to live? So similarly, all these other resources which we have depleted, we have never learned to recycle, reuse. My friends, any business which does not take this reality into consideration cannot sustain itself. We must regenerate our resources and be mindful of not wasting them. or in now business model is clearly vested in that wisdom. Second reality is that higher expectations from our customers, from our family, from our society, from ourselves. So how are we going to cope with that? What we had delivered yesterday is not good enough. So we have to continuously improve our improvements. I have to constantly learn to make my best better. Now, there is an irony here. If you are honest with yourself and you have really produced your best, so then you must have utilized every ounce of your learning, your education, your experience, and your resources. That is how you're going to produce your best. So now, how are you going to make that best better? That's where, my friends, you have to tap into the unlimited creativity, unlimited wisdom which lies within you. And next reality, the third reality, is total honesty, because the growth, the success which is blessed by nature and environment is vested in total honesty. And the true honesty automatically happens once you understand that every customer, every individual, every employee, every person in your life is that divinity which you are serving. You have to be honest to that divinity, to that serving. In oneness, there is no room for dishonesty. Look at your human body. Does your eyes, whatever they see, gets transferred into your brain? They never lie to your brain because they are part of the same human body. So until you become one with the universe and begin to see the pain and suffering of everyone around you, you are not going to be able to sustain your business. And the last, fourth reality is lightning speed of change. Change is what this universe is all about. You see the molecule made out of, all your body is made out of molecules and atom. If you understand atom, there is a constant movement of electrons in the atom. So the nature is vested in motion. The nature is vested in constant change. And what we have been wanting is sustainability. We want constant. So if you understand this reality of constant change, you can then realize that you have to continuously change your business model. You have to continuously change so that you can add the highest value. You have to continuously embrace the new inventions, the new technology, the new way of thinking to be able to sustain in your business. So these four realities have to make a difference. Now the question you should ask is, okay, Ratanjit, if you are saying that the divine wisdom lies within us, so how do I connect to that divine wisdom? Is there a way? Should I pray more often? Should I change my religion? Should I do havans? How do I connect to the wisdom which lies within me? There was an amazing research which was published on neuroscience. They say that we have mirror neurons in our brain, and that helps us relate to the other person's emotion. It allows us to have empathy. And they did an amazing experiment. They randomly gathered people from all walks of life and divided them into two groups. And one group, they asked them to write an essay on the greatest successes they have achieved, what they're proud of. The second group, they asked them to write an essay on the greatest challenges which they faced and what they are grateful for. At the end of the essay, They wired their brains to monitor the activity in the mirror neurons in their brain. Do you know that they found no activity in the brain of people who were proud of? My friends, the pride disconnects you from this wisdom. Your ego disconnects you from this wisdom. Gratefulness connects you. But unfortunately, how we express our gratefulness? God says, मैंने एक अपनी छोटी सी चीज जो वापस ले ली तुमसे. Everything belongs to God. मैंने अपनी एक छोटी सी चीज जो वापस ले ली तुमसे. तुम बिलख बिलख कर रो पड़े, रोस किया, ताने दिए, यहां तक कि मेरी औकात पर भी शक किया तुमने. अरे भाई, गिनती तो आती थी तुम्हें, जोड़ ही लिया होता मेरी रहमतों को. See, we don't understand gratefulness, and that is why we are never able to connect to the wisdom residing within us. My friends, at this point, let me relate to how I discovered this whole thing in my life. I went from here to US for further studies, and in 73 I started my company. Taking into account of the advice given to me by experts, I hired the most experienced people. I utilized the most touted methods of business systems, and worked 18 hours a day for 7 days a week for 7 years. And still in 1980, I was facing bankruptcy. I was devastated because that is not what I wanted to do. At that time, first time in my life, I asked, why am I in business? What is my purpose? I couldn't answer that because making money wasn't exciting me. Being a boss was an anomaly because you work for everyone else. So I couldn't find the answer. At that time, I remembered what my mother used to say growing up. She was an amazing scholar of all scriptures. And she used to say, look, there are two paths for success. First path is, which is followed by 99.99%, is the path of knowledge. The irony is that that path will always derail you, because until you do a PhD in every possible subject, you will not know that you know nothing. The second path, she would say, is the path of wisdom. But the thing is that wisdom does not lie outside. Wisdom lies within you. I said, but how do you tap that wisdom? She would say there is a key to that wisdom. And the key is oneness. The moment you are able to see the presence of that power in everything, you are not going to be able to understand that wisdom. But growing up, I could not fully comprehend that. And I thought, my mother is a philosopher. After all, I'm a scientist. I'm going to find the real answer. And I was sitting in my library, completely devastated, looking at this bankruptcy, and suddenly, randomly, I picked up a book, opened the book, and I found a quote from Albert Einstein, my idol. And the quote says, a person experiences life as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. Then he challenges that our task must be to free ourselves from this self-imposed prison, and through compassion, to find the reality of oneness. Exactly the same word. So I jumped from my seat. I finally in my stupid brain, first time had a validation for this thing, oneness. I said, it doesn't matter whether you come through science or philosophy, it leads you to the same thing. So suddenly I went to my wife, I said, look, I have a purpose now. She says, you're broke. What could be the purpose? I said, my purpose is to find if oneness works in business, whether oneness can lead me to sustainable success. And I went to work, realigned my company, brought fresh students out of college with zero experience, and based the company principle on oneness, and became very successful. In 2007, Dow acquired us for asking price. My friends, sustainable success is vested in adding the highest value to the divine present everywhere. If you focus on continuously making your best better, if you focus on this purpose of making a difference and keep these four realities in mind, you will ultimately end up with sustainable success and responsibility to the society. Thank you for this opportunity.